This week's Parsha mentions the mitzvah of counting the Omer, Sfira, what so many of us are doing over these weeks between Pesach and Shavuos. And it's a very nice mitzvah counting. It shows anticipation for Shavuos. It's such an interesting thing to think about. We don't do this for other mitzvahs. This is a remarkably unique mitzvah, this idea of counting in preparation for a holiday. We didn't count in preparation for Pesach. We don't count for this mitzvah. We don't count for that mitzvah. Even Shemitah, by the way, we're in the Shemitah year now. So the Shemitah year is the 7th year of the cycle. We don't have a mitzvah as individuals to count in leading up to those years. Based in the rabbinic court counts, keeps track. It's an interesting mitzvah. Commentators give various ideas as to what the deeper meaning is of the mitzvah of Sfira. But I want to share with you an idea written by the Sefer known as the Akedah. And the Akedah explains, one of the ideas the Akedah says is counting to the holiday of the giving of the Torah represents Saras Hova, the frustration, the difficulty of the present, and Tikvas Asid, the yearning, the aspiration for the future. If we think back to how things must have been, presumably were, for the Jewish people after they left Mitzrayim, after they left Egypt, the whole purpose of leaving was not just to get out of Egypt, but to get somewhere else. And the greatest thing that they were supposed to be moving towards was the giving of the Torah. And it probably was very frustrating. We're God's chosen people. We're moving towards something great, but we're not there yet. I think that frustration is something we can relate to very well in our lives in all kinds of ways. It could be spiritual things. It could be career things. It could be health aspects of our life that we really want to get to point B. And we're even doing what we're supposed to do. By the way, many times what we're supposed to do is just be patient. That's not easy. Maybe you do one thing and then the rest of it just sort of has to click into place. The Akedah says that one of the ideas of Sfira is this challenge, that as I have a frustration in my present, that I'm not where I want to be, I keep on counting. I keep on yearning for the future. And this ultimate goal of getting to the holiday of acceptance of the Torah, I think it's a very powerful lesson to reflect on. So many times we actually fall apart on both fronts. The frustration is too frustrating. We don't have the patience to yearn ahead, so we just give up on the whole thing. Or we don't set our heights as high, we don't set our sights as high as we once did. Because on day 1, on day 2, on day 3, I was excited, but to sustain that long, I can't wait that long. If it would happen on day 4, I'm there. But day 49, I can't wait that long. This is a life skill and certainly very relevant for us in so many ways, certainly very relevant for us in our spirituality. We should be zocha, as it's really just weeks now until the acceptance of the Torah. We're the majority of the way there. We should merit that we should keep on moving towards the acceptance of the Torah with anticipation. And this whole period of Sfiras HaOmer should help us develop this skill of being patient in the present while still yearning for the future. Have a wonderful Shabbos.